Hello guys, how are you? It's DC. So what we're gonna be doing today is this. We're gonna be analyzing Deriv Synthetic Indices. Basically, that's what we're gonna be doing. We'll be analyzing Deriv Synthetic Indices. Okay, so if you're watching us for the first time, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on this particular video. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this. Let me just quickly delete everything here. So basically what we will be doing today is this. We're gonna be focusing on, we want to use demand and supply. We will be using demand and supply to analyze these markets. We'll be using demand and supply to analyze these markets. Please don't forget to like this video. Okay, so what I wanna do is this. I just wanna share this live with my followers as we are waiting for more people to join. Then we can start doing the analysis. So let me just quickly share. Let me share the analysis. Quickly share. I want to share this analysis. I want to share this. Then we can start. I want to share this live. Let me copy here, and then I share it to my WhatsApp group. So we have a Telegram group and we also have a WhatsApp group. So I want to quickly share so that more people can benefit from what we're gonna be doing today. Let me share it to WhatsApp. Let me share it on WhatsApp. I want to share it on WhatsApp. Then lastly, I'll share it on Facebook. Let me share. Follow us guys on Facebook. We are also on Facebook, and you can follow us there on Facebook. We are also on Facebook. Let me just quickly open my Facebook and share it. I don't want to share it in a group. Okay. We are also on Facebook. Let me just quickly share it on Facebook, then we can start. Tell us where you're watching us from. Tell us where you are watching us from. Okay. So you can follow me on Facebook. My name is David Chokmanyara. You can see my logo there. And we also have our Facebook page. Follow us on Facebook. I think after this one we are done, then we start analyzing. Okay, I think we are done. We are ready to go. We have a lot of people who are watching. Thank you so much guys for your love and for your support. So let's go to the market and see what is taking place. Okay, we want, and I also let me just open my, I want to give signals. I want to give signals, spike signals, as we will be doing this live. So let me open my MT5 on my laptop so that my MT5 so I'm opening my MT5 so that I'll also be giving you spike signals with my spike detector. So there's a lot to benefit from this live, and I'm gonna be using demand and supply to analyze different markets. Okay, and I want to show you a way that you can also improve your accuracy when it comes to the use of a spike detector. Our own spike detector. We have a spike detectors there on MQ5, and you can also get in touch with me to get this spike detector. So let me just quickly, yes, my MT5 is now on. Let's look at, we are focusing on Deriv Synthetic Indices. Okay, which asset do you want us guys to analyze? Which asset do you want us to analyze? James Patrick, good morning. I'm watching from Nigeria. Thank you so much, Mr. James Patrick, for your comment and for your support. What else? So we are in the process of creating our own website. So I think by Monday we'll be done. Or by Monday we'll be done. Okay, we are not analyzing this one. I'm gonna start with what? Tell me the asset that you want us to analyze. I'm just waiting for comments. Tell me the asset that you guys want us to analyze, and we'll start with that one. So tell me in the comment section which asset do you want us to analyze. Then we'll analyze that one. It's always good to come when you're doing a live where you prepare and what. But with me, I just say, okay, I have time. Let me just go live and share the knowledge that I have with people. So this is just random. I want to analyze with you guys this market. So tell me which asset do you want us to analyze. I'm just waiting for comments. Let me check here what you guys are saying. I know that most of you guys prefer the PC, but today I decided to use a phone for this live. Okay, I wanna check the comments, what you guys are saying. So I'm waiting for an asset. Just suggested an asset that you want us to analyze. Then we'll analyze together, and then we see if there's an opportunity to trade. Then we trade from that. Let's have more likes, guys. Just go and like this video. I wanna go on comments. Okay, some are saying boom 1000. Let's go with the first comment. We'll try by all means to cover a lot of. Patrick is saying, James Patrick, good morning, boss. Live Improve FX Academy, Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you so much. Then we have Wilson is saying good morning, sir. Then the first comment was from James Patrick. He said volatility 50 index, and after that we'll look at boom 1000, then boom 500, then we'll also look at VIX 75. Okay, so a lot of you guys want VIX 50, so I'm gonna go on VIX 50 and see what is taking place. Okay, there was a pattern and the pattern was broken. Okay, I think I did some analysis some time back. So what we can see is we have a flag pattern. We have a flag pattern here, and the flag was broken and price is moving up. But I want to remove everything. And show you guys how you analyze. So with me, I normally want to start from the daily. And from the daily, what do I see? Not now, please. Okay, what we can see, let me start from here. So there are stages. I think we talked about the fact that we'll be doing a mentorship program. The way in which this mentorship program is structured is how I'm gonna demonstrate today. Okay, so the first thing when you're given a chart is this: you need to know the structure that is prevailing in that market, in that particular market. How are the participants arranged? Are we buying? Are we selling? Do we have more people who are buying, or do we have more people who are selling? Is the price bullish or is the price bearish? So that's the first thing that we want to establish. So by just looking at this here, let me go on the weekly. If I go on the weekly, we can clearly see something. The price, we have a bullish trend. Why do I say so? We have a higher high, then price dropped, then we had a higher low, then price established a higher high, dropped down, then established a higher low, then currently price is gonna push upwards on the weekly to create a new higher high. Why? Because we can clearly see that price is in a we have a what? An uptrend. We have an uptrend. So that's the first thing that you need to establish, and you need to do this on high time frames. So that's the first thing that I've identified. Price is in an uptrend on the weekly. So on the weekly, we are up. So that's the first thing. So you see a series of higher highs and higher lows, and from there we can clearly see, okay, I'm gonna start from here, 2023, it's fine. I'm gonna start from here. Price broke structure, moved upwards, and created a new higher high. So that's the first thing that I can see here. These things, some of you guys might seem to be a little bit boring, but these are the most important things that you need to establish before you start trading. So we had price giving us a break of structure, creating a high at that particular area. Then price again broke structure, created a new higher high here at this particular level. Okay. Okay. So price was constantly breaking structure, creating new high highs. Then at this particular level here, what we can all, okay, I've established that. So there is a possibility that price needs to break the structure. There's a continuation. There's a possibility that price will continue to break the structure and create new high, because this is what is taking place in this particular market. So I'm on a weekly and I'm identifying this. Copy, paste. Okay, so there is a possibility that price has to continue moving upwards. We have established the direction in which price is moving. So that's the first thing. Let me use red arrow, blue arrow. Okay. So there's a possibility that price has to continue moving upwards on the weekly. So as price was dropping from this particular level here, as price dropped, okay, after creating this high, price then dropped. I want you to see here, like what I said, we'll be mainly focusing on demand and supply. We had a demand level at this particular level here. So there's a criteria that you use. Those who will be attending our mentorship classes, I will explain further on the criteria and the rules that you need to follow when you're establishing a demand and supply area. So if you look at this particular level here, the last consolidation before we start having these big candles, we had the last consolidation, which was this here, where we had sort of a equilibrium at this particular area here. So here we had a rally base rally. So this was a continuation, a rally base rally. It's another bullish type of a demand zone. So we had a rally base rally. So it was a demand zone at this particular area here. And why not this particular area? Why not this one? Because someone will say, okay, this is where the initial movement occurred, this particular candle here, where we had a doji candle here. Why is it price didn't react with that? Because if you look at it here, if I mark the high of this one, it's not price didn't react with this doji candle, this indecision candle, but price reacted with this bearish candle here. Why? Because if you look closely at this particular level here, price is balanced. Price is balanced. But when did we start having another thing again? When did we start having a strong bullish momentum? This occurred at this particular level. This is where we started this big massive movement here, explosive movement. It occurred at this particular level here. So that's the reason why you would mark it. There's a lot that you need to consider when you're marking a demand zone. But here I'm just saying this in Russian. But there are factors that qualifies or a criteria or rules that you need to follow when you're establishing your demand zone. So we had this particular level as our demand zone. So price reacted with this demand zone. Okay, here let me try to use a triangle to mark my demand zone. Price reacted with this demand zone, and you see this red candle was the demand zone. This is, so we had a rally, base rally as price pushed upwards, and then price reacted with this one and then moved up upwards. So that's what happened on the weekly. We now have our direction. Then I'm going to drop on the daily to see what is taking place on the daily. On the daily, we can also see, if we narrow down our analysis, if we narrow down, we can see price reacted with this last candle of this particular daily demand zone. We had a daily demand zone here at this particular level here, and then price started to push away from that. Apart from that, we can also see on the daily that price was bearish during this phase here, and during this phase here, price was dropping. We can see series of lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high as price came to this demand zone here. What we can also establish is that here we also had a break of this trend line. If we use this trend line, we had a break of this trend line, and then price started to move upwards. This was going to help us to get an entry. The break of that trend line was going to help us to get an entry at this particular area here. But we are not much worried about that. Okay, in this particular area, if we check, we had a change of character on the daily. This was the last candle that resulted in the break of structure as price dropped to this demand zone. Okay, so I'm gonna mark our change of character here. So this was our change of character. Unfortunately, on MT5 you can't write. So this one, let me just change the color. Maybe I use a different color. Which color can I use? Purple dark color. Okay, let me just use red. So red is representing our change of character here, but we have red candles. But this is not important. Purple. Okay, so this purple line here is representing a change of character. A change of character, like what I'm always saying is this: it only occurs when we have a break of structure. Here at this particular level, we had a break of structure as price was dropping down. For this change of character marked the end of this short-term downtrend that was occurring on the daily time frame. So this is important again. Okay, we want this to be this color. So the break of structure here as price dropped downwards. Then when a candle closed above this purple line, we had a change of character. From there, we can see that price was now making a series of higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we're going to get an entry here when we had a pullback, and you can see on the daily, when the price made the pullback, we had this series of green candles here. You see this one, there was an explosive upward movement, price moving away from this particular level here, indicating that there was a concentration of buying orders in this particular area. So this marks our demand zone. So we had a rally, base rally at this particular level, and you can see price didn't waste time, reacted with this demand zone here. Price reacted with the demand zone, and from there price started to move upwards. So this is what is taking place on the daily, and we're already in our so when price is moving in a downtrend or uptrend, there will be a series of correctional wave and impulsive or impulsion impulsive wave. So we are already in our impulsive wave. The pullback occurred around here, but if you drop down to the H4, what can we see? On the H4, we had a pattern, which is the flag pattern that we had here, which was also going to help us to enter after the pullback. Maybe you're someone who's very conservative, you want more confirmation, you want more factors to tell you that, okay, you can now enter. We had a flag here at this particular level here. Okay, we have this particular pattern. You can see this. Okay, something like this. And this was occurring at the daily order block that we had a daily order block around this area. Then after that, there was this consolidation as price dropped here and then broke away from from the flag pattern, and then price is now moving upwards. So looking at this, how are we going to trade this particular area? Because we know that eventually price has to hit this particular level here and even go beyond that level. So we missed an entry. I'm gonna go back here. If you look here on the left here, we don't see okay, we see one area. Okay, looking at on the H4, let me go on the daily. We want to look at a possible level where price is likely going to face a possibility is going to make a pullback, but on the daily we don't see anything but if I go on the H4, so price is bullish and it's moving up. Price is going to continue moving up. Okay, here there are two possible areas. One, we have this particular level here. This, you see this isolated green candle here where price, you see this particular level here where the supply zone. So we can mark this particular level here that there is a possibility that if price reaches this level, price is likely going to drop and we can get an area where there can be a pullback. So I'm going to mark this one. Okay, at this level, there's a possibility that price might hit that particular level here and then drop. Okay, so now we just have to wait. We're gonna wait. We have to wait and look for a possible. What we want to do is this: we want to wait for a retracement. This is a mistake that you see. Everything is lining up. From the weekly, we are bullish, but am I going to buy at this particular level? On the daily, we are also bullish. There's an uptrend. On the H4 where we are, it's also clear that we have a series of higher highs, higher low, and higher high. So the question is, am I going to buy here where price is? No. Price might push a little bit and reach this particular level and then drop. So what are you going to do as a trader? You need to wait for a correctional move. So whenever price is in an uptrend, you wait for the pullback to occur and then enter, execute your trade. So when price is going to pull back, we're now looking at the possible levels that we're going to make use of for our entry. We're identifying a demand zone. So here we're two demand zone. So if you look closely at this particular level here, there are two types of demand zone. We have a reversal and a continuation demand zone. So here we had a drop base rally, then here with the continuation, which was a rally base rally. So if you look at these particular areas, we have two particular areas that we're going to be looking for an entry. We have two possible areas where we're going to be looking for an entry. The first one is this particular level here, which is a continuation, which is the rally base rally. So here we have this indecision candle, this one. So I'll mark this one. These are possible areas where price might react with. So we also see an indecision candle, which is the rally, the drop base rally, this one, which was a reversal that occurred at this particular level here. So these are the possible areas where we are going to experience a massive buying pressure. So these are areas we are anticipating that price should drop, come to this particular level, or it can drop and come to this particular level here. We're now doing our analysis, and then from there we are anticipating a bounce, and then it bounces from this level. So it can bounce from this level 1, or it can bounce from the second demand zone. So these are the two possible areas where we are going to be looking closely and see how price is going to react. So we have two areas which we have identified here. And our ultimate take profit, where is that line? It's gonna be this. Okay, let me give you specific prices. It's gonna be 372.0741. That's where price is going to reach. So from this particular level, price is going to reach this particular level. So if you don't want, if there is confusion, you're not sure where exactly, which order block, not order block, which demand zone am I going to use, I'm gonna show you a trick. You go to a higher time frame. For example, we had two demand zones on our H4. So you can go to the daily time frame and check, okay, where did the okay, what we can see on the daily is this. We had a rally base rally on the demand zone. We had a rally. Rally means moving up. Then we had a drop. We had a rally base rally. So this was a continuation, a rally. Then this was the base where the forces of supply and demand were against each other here until we had more buying pressure and price was able to move away from this particular level here. So we had this indecision candle, which, so this big movement started to occur at this particular level here. So regardless of the color of the candle, I'll mark this particular level here. This is where we started to have massive movement. So from the daily, I think it's clear, but if I go to the H4, you see the H4 is also marking the same area. But going to the lower time frames, okay, if I come here, I want to know, is price going to react with the first or the last demand zone? So there are different principles that you now apply. Whenever you have two demand zones and they are on top of each other, you normally focus on the one that is on the extreme end. For example, here we have two demand zone, this and this one. So you normally focus on this one. This is the demand zone that you can focus on. Why did I pick this one? If you look closely here, we had a fair value gap. You see this particular gap? Okay, although we had a candle, that dropped slightly. You see, we had a fair value gap here. This high of this candle is not connected to the high, but on the second candle, which is the red candle, price dropped a little bit here, but it's not clear. I'm gonna go on the H1 to get a correct entry, and on the H1 it becomes very clear. This is our demand zone. This is our demand zone. So why did I pick this one? Because there's a fair value gap. You see, if you see the high of this candle is not connected to the low of the third candle, there is a gap. This gap, before price can continue moving upwards, has to be corrected. So price must drop to this demand zone here, this one. So this is the one that we're gonna mark. So we're gonna get an entry from this particular level. So from let's mark it from 314 from 314.9917. This is where you're going to be looking for a buying opportunity to 3110.7661. So this is where you're going to be looking for your buying opportunity. So price is going to drop and come back to this particular level here. So you're just marking this particular zone. So there is a possibility that price has to drops and it has to come here from this particular zone, and then from there it will move upwards. Okay, price has to drop, come to this particular level, and then it will move up. So the most dangerous thing that you can do is to look for selling opportunities in a bullish market. You will cry. you'll cry, you'll definitely cry. So the best approach is to patiently wait for price to drop to this level. Then when it drops to this level, you look for a buying opportunity here, and then you go long, you then buy. Okay, so this is the plan in VIX 50. Okay, let me just go to the tell me what you think about this analysis, guys. Tell me what you think about this analysis. What do you think about this analysis, guys? So if you see, I was trying to demonstrate how you trade using demand and supply. How do you trade using demand and supply trading? So we're gonna be running on Monday, starting from the Monday. It's gonna be free, guys. The first 2 lessons is gonna be free. We'll be having our mentorship classes. It's gonna be we'll conduct it through. It's gonna be online, but let me take you through what we are gonna be offering. Just to demonstrate, I was doing this to demonstrate how this works. So we have our mentorship classes that is starting on Monday. Okay, so DC mentorship program. You are invited to join DC mentorship program in all encompassing trading courses designed to elevate your trading skills and understanding your financial markets. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced trader, this course provides the knowledge and tools needed to excel. Join DC mentorship program is starting from the 9th to the 23rd of December. It's gonna be, we'll conduct it through Zoom or Microsoft Teams, so it's an online thing, and we'll be doing it every day for these 2 weeks. So these are my contact details. If you want, I've also inserted, I don't think my contact details are there, but my number is +267 +2768 322 9304. Then the course outline will be talking about mastering market structure, like what I did. First of all, that's the importance of knowing where how the market participants are arranged in that particular market. So we looked at market structure and we're able to establish that we are in an uptrend. Understanding the blueprint of price movement and the influence of market participants, identify shifts in market structure to anticipate high probability trading opportunities, and we're able to identify our opportunity in this particular market. Then when it comes to identifying or marking your demand zone, you need to have knowledge about candlesticks. It helps you in your entries. For example, the indecision candle that we're able to identify on the H4 what marks out our demand zone. So you also need to know about candlesticks. So we have a course that is tailor-made for candlestick mastery, where we'll be teaching you how you interpret candles so that you can identify opportunities that may be there in the market. Then we also have chart patterns, where we'll teach you different chart patterns. We looked at the flag, and we'll also be having the wedges, the peanuts. We have a lot of chart patterns that we'll look at. We also have the double top, triple top, bottoms, and the rectangle. We'll also look the cup and handle. We'll also be looking at the Quasimodo pattern, which is a very advanced chart pattern. We'll also teach you how to use those chart patterns. Then we'll also be looking at support and resistance, how to draw support and resistance. How do you trade using support and resistance? What are the strategies that are there when you're trading support and resistance? Then we'll also talk about the different types of support and resistance. Then we'll also teach you how you can use the ATR for precision risk management. How do you set your stop loss using the ATR? Then there were a lot of questions people were asking, how do you set your stop loss using the ATR? It's part of our mentorship course where we'll teach you how you can use the ATR to set your stop loss. Then we'll also be teaching you how to identify if price is likely going to reverse. We'll be looking at divergence strategies. Then we'll also talk about demand and supply zone trading, like what I was talking about when I was illustrating, when we were analyzing VIX 50. Then we'll also teach you on innovative indicator-based strategies. We have a lot of strategies. Some of them I don't post them on YouTube. Reason being, I've spent so many time analyzing the markets to come up with such strategies. There are strategies, yes, that I send on YouTube. There are strategies that I'll never post on YouTube. So you can, you get an opportunity to learn how these strategies work, and they are tailor-made for BTC, Forex, Gold, and Deriv Synthetic Indices. We'll teach you these secret indicator-based strategies. Then we'll also teach you how you can develop your own personalized indicator-based strategies. How do you come up with a strategy? Then we'll also teach you risk management and trade management. Then lastly, we'll teach you how to develop the mindset of a profitable trader. We'll be teaching you on trade psychology. So basically, that's what we're gonna be doing. And there's a massive discount. We have a 25% discount on our mentorship program. And the first lessons, guys, just make sure on Monday, I'll give you the time tomorrow. On Monday, you are there. Those two first lessons will be for free. So there's no reason why you shouldn't join our mentorship programs. Okay, enough with this. Let's quickly go back to our business. Okay, so if you want further details about the mentorship program, please feel free to contact me so that you can get these details. Okay, so this is the plan that is there in VIX 50. We are going to patiently wait for this to play out. When price drops back to this region, then we look for a buying opportunity. Okay, so what do you think about this analysis, guys? What do you think about the analysis before we go on to the next asset? Boss, will you be James Patrick is saying, boss, will you be dropping the signals for VIX 50? Yes, we have a signal group. Definitely, we have a signal group, VIP signal group. If you're interested, we focus on Deriv Synthetic Indices. We also focus on gold. We also focus on BTC. We'll be giving signals in BTC. There was a signal that I gave for free in our free platforms on BTC. It was just to prove to you guys that, but what I teach, is it applicable to Forex? Is it applicable to cryptocurrencies? Is it applicable to Deriv Synthetic Indices? What I teach is it can be applied to most of the financial assets. Most of the financial assets. We're looking at gold, Forex. We're looking at BTC, cryptocurrency. We're looking at Deriv Synthetic Indices. These things, even boom and crash, these things, they become the same thing if you analyze from a higher time frame. Okay, you'll see the same approach where you're going to be using demand and supply. You're going to see it when we're now analyzing something different. Okay, let's quickly go on the next asset. Which asset are we going to be looking at? But let's just get 10 likes. Guys, I can see we have so many people who are watching, but we only have 2 likes. Your like means a lot to me. Why? Because it pushes this content, this video, to a wider audience. It makes more people watch this video. So let's just go there and like this video. Let's go and let's have more people to like this video. And you must comment, guys, because it triggers the YouTube algorithm to push this content to a wider audience. Okay, let's have more likes. Okay, fine. The next asset that you guys requested was Boom 1000. Let's analyze what is taking place in Boom 1000. Mr. Wilson, are you still there? Because you're the one who requested for Boom 1000. Are you still there, Mr. Wilson? So we're going to be analyzing Boom 1000. The same approach, the same thing. That's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to go again on the weekly. Boom has been in strong bullish trend. Price has been pushing up strongly. You can see, I think it started around January, February, March, April. In April, that's where we had this massive movement in Boom 1000. And I think it has created an all-time high. This is the highest that Boom has reached. Okay, yes, the all-time high. Yes, this is the all-time high. Okay, so what I've established here is this. From the weekly, what do we see? We can see here that during this phase, I don't think there's much that we can talk about on the weekly. Price pushed upwards, created a high, dropped below slightly here, then pushed upwards here with the breakout structure. Price created a higher high, then dropped. Here there was a little bit of manipulation where the head and shoulder pattern, then price pushed massively until it's now on this very strong bullish leg, this one. Then that's what I can see. Price is bullish on the weekly. I don't see much, I don't see anything. But if you now analyze the weekly candles, there is something that is taking place. Okay, if you look at how this price was moving, okay, let me go on the monthly. See, same thing. Yes, we still have the same. Price is still going to push upwards. So this was a new month. We're in December. Last month, strong bullish. You see, there's been strong bullish candles. I think starting from in June, July, the year price has been pushing upwards here. So we are anticipating that price. On the daily, I want to see what is taking place. Let's start from this particular area here. Upwards created a high, then dropped. When price dropped, it came to this particular level here. It came to this particular level. You don't see it here. If I go, okay. If I go on the weekly, that's the trick. If it's not clear on the daily, go on the weekly or go on a higher time frame that is higher. So you can now see clearly that here with the rally, base rally, and then price came down, reacted with this demand zone. You see this indecision candle, this to push upwards. You see price didn't below that demand zone, which was a rally, base rally, rally, base rally, which was a continuation of the bullish trend that was in place. So then price then here broke the structure. So we are starting from here. Price broke the structure from here. So our mentorship program will be more practical. We're not just going to teach you theory. We'll have sessions where we'll go on the market and do a live market analysis together, trade together. It's not something that is theory. We want to apply. If this thing works, we have to see it working. So in our mentorship program, we'll be demonstrating live. We'll be going live with you if to see how these things works. So then price pushed upwards. So price is within the impulsive wave, and we can see clearly that price there's a strong bullish trend. So what we then see after that is this. On the weekly, there was a time when price reached this particular place. It came back to this demand zone, which was this indecision candle, and then price pushed upwards here. So there was again this indecision candle that caused price from this level to push upwards here. Okay, so that's what I'm saying here. Let's go down to the daily. We are on the daily now. We're on the daily. So on the daily, fine. So we are still bullish again on the daily. And what is taking place? I'm now focus on what is taking place currently. What is taking place currently? And we can see, if I start from this particular level on the day, I see what price has been doing. Price reacted with this demand zone. We had the rally, base rally, and then price reacted with this demand zone. This is the demand zone, and then from there price pushed upwards. Okay, which is fine. We have seen that this is what is taking place, and then price dropped a little bit and then pushed upwards. It created again. Okay, let's mark the levels as we go up. There was a breakout structure here as price continued to move upwards. So let me mark this. I hope you guys can hear me. I remember there was a day when I was and there was no audio. And there were some people were calling me to tell me that, but because I was live, I couldn't pick the call. I didn't realize this later. Okay, with the breakout structure, then From there, price then dropped, continued with, it moved upwards, breakout structure here, and here with another breakout structure. Price, there's a continuation of the bullish trend. This is what we are seeing here. Price is moving upwards. Man City is big. But those who, I think, those who have been watching soccer for a very long time, most of them, I don't think they support Man City. Man City, these are young kids who are now supporting Man City, because Man City came, I think, around 2010. That's when they start to be popular. All along, they've been playing like these small teams, West Ham, Aston Villa. They've been playing like that. So they began to be relevant, I think, recently. So those who have started watching soccer now, I think those are some of Man City supporters. So with Man City, I think when De Bruyne is not there, Man City will lose. That's what I've discovered. When De Bruyne is not there, they lose. And I think the fact that Rodri wasn't playing and Duku was injured, most of their players were injured, I think was contributing to the downfall. So we want to see if they're really big, if they're going to continuously win. But one thing that I know for sure, Man City will never win this year's league. Probably it's going to be Liverpool. Liverpool, they're very, very consistent. Then Chelsea fighting for the league. We'll see. But I don't think they're very strong. But Liverpool, they are very, very strong. Then what about Arsenal? Arsenal, they will always be second best. They will never win that league. I'm sorry if you're an Arsenal fan, but that's the reality. This was the perfect time for you guys to win the league, but now you're dropping, you're not winning consistently. Man City is down. This is where Arsenal, if they are to win the league, they were supposed to win it this season. But I think Liverpool, I don't support Liverpool, I support Chelsea. Okay, back to trading. Okay, this is what I see on the daily. Let me go on the H4. So we're very sure that price is in an uptrend. And we have an analysis. There's an analysis that I did. Okay, let me show you guys this analysis on Boom 1000. We did it some time back. Let me just share a screen. Let me just download this. Okay, what I discovered is this. Price reacted with this demand zone. There's a demand zone here. There was a drop, base, rally, drop. This was the drop, then the base, then the rally. Then price came down to that same area where we had the reversal, bullish reversal. Then it's now moving upwards. I want to show you what I analyzed. This is perfect. I remember I did an analysis in Boom 1000 some time back. Let me show you guys. Okay, with me, I didn't see it like that. It was on H4. On H4, I saw something different. Okay, there is a support and resistance, a type of support and resistance that most people are not aware of, which is called trend continuation support and resistance. So that's what I used to get an entry here. Okay. I want you to observe what was taking place on this particular level. I think it started somewhere around here. If you look closely here, so although I said I'm going to use supported demand and supply, but here this concept was also applying. This level was broken and then used as a resistance. Then price here ignored it, but when it dropped now, the same level was used as a support here, and then price was then pushed upwards. Let's continue with that same thing. So here, if you look closely, let me be more precise and try to use lines. So this was the particular level. So for you, so that's why I said you need to learn how to draw support and resistance. Some might say, I think support and resistance, I'm able to draw it. No, it's not as easy as that. So when I'm drawing my support and resistance, I normally use the line chart. So if I come to the line, I think you will see how precise this becomes. From this line, you see, this is consistent. You see, It's coming here, this level was used as a resistance. If you drop here, it was used as a resistance, then it was broken, price came down and used this as a what, as a support, then price came back. So I knew, I'll show you the analysis that I did. I knew that when price reaches this particular zone, it was going to push upwards. So since this is a zone, you can't use one line, you'd rather use double lines. So if I do this, you'll be able, okay, I was going to mark this resistance level that we have here in that particular one. So it was a zone like this particular zone. So this was our support here. Because of what is taking place, price is going to move upwards. I'll show you the analysis and that I did with this particular asset. Okay, you see how accurate is this? Very, very accurate. So when price came here, I knew that price used this particular level as a resistance, and then it uses it as a support. So during this particular period when price dropped and came to this particular level, I sent this signal here that price was going to push upwards, and it was in a long term, you see. Then price came for the first time. There's always a retest, then it came for the retest, then it pushed upwards. Okay, so you need to know a lot. You need to know a lot how to draw support, resistance and support. What are the different types of support and resistance? Like here I used another type of support and resistance, which is not very common to more people. This trend continuation support and resistance, we will be teaching you guys in detail, but I want to show you just to prove that this is what we did. I did an analysis some time back. I think it was on the 1st of December, I think so. And these are the results. You can't see them. I'm gonna post them on WhatsApp so that you guys can see it. Let me post them on WhatsApp, I think in our WhatsApp group. So we have a WhatsApp group, and the problem is this: when you join this group, I'm gonna be frank with you, I don't send signals every day. I send updates. I send, yes, probably that we have this, maybe we are running a sale, we have some discounts, or maybe we've created a website or something. I send signals here and there. It's not a must that I send signals. So when you join this group, there are so many people who inbox me. These are free groups. We have a signal group that is tailored, designed for signals, and it's $30 to join our signal group. Okay, here, this is what is there. I'm gonna send it in this WhatsApp group. You will see it. This was the analysis that we did some time back. So these are the results. Let me look for I did the analysis initially, because I remember I saved this analysis. Let me check here. I will send you, yeah, it's here. You see the same thing. It was an analysis. We sent it in our VIP group. I think it was on the 1st of December. It's boom 1000, boom 1000. This was the analysis. Okay, so I'm gonna send you the results and the analysis. So what I'm teaching you now, it's not something that I don't practice. It's something that I'm always doing. So in the VIP group, they have the opportunity to benefit from this. It's only $30 a month. $30. You get gold signals, you get crypto signals, you get booming crash, volatility, step, jump signals. Okay, so I think you can now see. So I did this, it was on the 3rd of December, around that time. I discovered that this was what was taking place, and price was pushing up, and I said, and if you look at this analysis, I said price was going to drop, and from this drop it will have to push up. Let's look at what is taking place now. This is exactly what price did. It dropped, hit the same level, and then it's now pushing up. So guys, if you want to learn how to trade like this, on Monday, join our mentorship program. For the first 2 lessons, it's going to be free lessons. Join those lessons. You learn a lot. If you want further details, please inbox me about mentorship, and we're having a 25% discount. So it's gonna be massive. So those who are asking about Boom 1000, Boom 1000, we missed an entry. So now, how are we going to trade Boom 1000? How then, since all this is taking place, how are we going to trade Boom 1000? Okay, on the H4, since this is a trending market, I normally want to use my Fibonacci, and when this Fibonacci aligns with this indecision candle, you see, so on my Fibonacci, what am I looking at? Okay, we'll also teach you again how to use the Fibonacci to get entries, because sometimes you need confluence, you need supporting factors that will tell you that, okay, this particular level you need to buy or you need to sell. Okay, here on the Fibonacci, I'm looking at these specific areas. I'm looking at 50 and 61.8. Those are the levels that I'm looking at on the Fibonacci level. So on my Fibonacci, I can see that there is a rally, base rally. There is a continuation of a demand zone. This is a type of a continuation that we have at this particular level, which is this indecision candle here, which is this doji candle. So there is a possibility that price can drop and come to this particular level here where we have the 50. In most cases, what I've seen in boom and crash is that they normally use the 50 around that area, the 50 and the 61.8. Those are the areas where there is in most cases a retracement. So price has already made the initial move. So what we need to do, and we can see there's a weakness. If you check the previous 4 candles, there's a weakness in terms of the bullish momentum. There's a reduction of the bullish momentum. Why? I don't know. Let me check here. Okay, why? Because price has hit again another supply zone, which is this candle here. Price has hit this candle, which is a supply zone. We see a massive drop, and there was a rally base drop. There was a rally base drop, which is a reversal supply zone, which is a reversal supply zone, which will act as a resistance at this particular level here. So because price is currently on this level and we are seeing a reduction in the bullish momentum because price has hit a supply zone, there is a possibility that price is going to drop and come back to this level, this particular level here. That's the possibility that is there. So price can come to this level and then push upwards. So that's the possibility. That's the possibility. Okay, so I'm thinking that Boom 1000, for those who are looking for buying opportunity, you need to wait for price maybe to push upwards here, break this. This will act as a resistance. This supply zone will act as a resistance. Once it's broken, maybe you can start looking for buying opportunity. But what I'm seeing here is that price has to drop. It has to drop and come to this particular zone. So from let me mark the zone from 20,775.4743 to, this is where you're going to be looking for a buying opportunity for, to 20,683.2049. This is the area you're going to be looking for a buying opportunity. From there, we are anticipating a very strong buy from that particular area. Price will definitely have to break that particular level. Okay, so this is what we are seeing on the H4. But if I look at the H1, is there a demand zone below that particular area that we have marked? Okay, this one on the H4 is very clear. We have the same area here. Okay. Again, another thing that can give me confidence is the fact that if you see, I'm going to stretch this particular level. That area, we're now building reasons why we are going to be buying. That area was once used as a resistance, then price broke it. Like what I said, we combine these factors now. We now have what we call trend continuation, support and resistance, where a level was once used as a resistance at this particular level, then it's likely going to be used as a support when price drop to this particular level. So this area that we've marked on the H4 becomes a very valid area here. You see, so I'm not just focusing on this, I'm combining a lot of factors. So some might be asking, DC, why is it you used to teach about For those who do not know, I used to teach a lot about smart money concept in my mentorship class. And for those who have been following me, our mentorship class, we had there is a change. There is a change in our mentorship classes. For those who have attended, there's a change. What is the change? I've discovered this. I've been saying this over and over. Michael Hudson, the guy who came up with ICT concept, I'm not saying this for the first time. Watch most of my life, I'm always saying this, and I'm gonna say it again. I'm not saying this for the first time. I know there are some loyal ICT smart money concept traders, and this is going to hurt you. I've been saying this, and I didn't have enough evidence to prove this. Or maybe I didn't have the right audience. I discovered on my own that what that guy was saying, what Michael Hudson was saying, is not his original ideas. I've been saying this over and over, but he found a very complicated way to explain already existing trading concept that were already in existence. These trading concepts were already in existence. Guys, the issue of order blocks. There's a guy who came up with this demand and supply. That's, if you look at how demand and supply is traded and how he explains these things, is the same thing that Michael Hudson. But what he did is this. That guy is very smart. He used new words, very complicated words, and very complicated ways to explain already existing trading concept that will have been in existence maybe 100 years ago. Go and do your research. That's what I'm always saying this. When you hear someone talking about something, especially on YouTube, don't just agree. Don't be a gullible. Be very skeptical. Don't just agree to what someone is saying. I used to learn, and to me, learning ICT was not easy. It's very complicated, but I got to understand how it works, and I was teaching some of my students. But there's one thing that I discovered. ICT is very accurate. I will never say that ICT concept is what. I used to use it. Those concepts work, but you are supposed to acknowledge and tell you where he was getting those concepts from. He explained something in existence in a different way. It doesn't make that thing yours. Those, even the fair value gap, the origin of that, you can trace it to someone else. The origin of order blocks, you can trace it to someone else. The origin of fair value gaps, you can trace it to someone else. You wasn't the first one to come up with these ideas. But what he did is this: to sell his courses, the ICT concept idea, he explained it in a different, complicated way. I've been saying this, and I will say it again. Check my live, I think even last year. The issue of this one, he calls it what? The issue of trend continuation, support and resistance. You will now talk about this breaker block, mitigation block. That's the same thing that you'll be saying. Oh, okay, we have a mitigation block, we have a breaker block. The same concept that has been there, he's explained it in a different way. I will never come and say, okay, I've come up, I now have a trading concept, and this is what. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Those concepts were already in existence. He found a very complicated way to explain and sell his courses. It wasn't his original idea. With me DC, you can go and check. In this trading business, I've came up. If I was someone who was going to say, okay, this is what, tell me one person who catches spikes using figures. There's no one on this planet who have ever existed on this planet Earth who trades booming crash, who can catch spikes using figures on RSI and CCI. It is my own concept. And I've been using this for many years. I only posted that video last year, but it's my original. No one can claim that, okay, DC, this is, I have so many trading ideas that I have personally come up with. Okay, but enough with this. Enough. But what I'm trying to say is this: ICT, if you're a beginner trader and you want to learn how to trade, it's a waste of time. It complicates things. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It's very complicated. You need probably 5 years to learn and master all those concepts. I'm telling you, 1 year is not enough. But if you can understand these things that I've come up with, these concepts, if you check how our mentorship classes is structured, you'll see that it makes it easy for you to trade. After those 2 weeks, I'm telling you, you'll be in a position to trade by just using simple. If you check if you are going to identify DC, you'll see that DC has his own trademark. When I started trading, I noticed that trading was complicated by people. It's not that trading is complicated. People complicate trading. So the reason why I came up with the channel is to simplify complex trading concept. Trading is not that difficult, but people make it complicated because I discovered that, okay, to many people of my kind, black people, I'm gonna be specific, black people, this has been hidden. I know most of these white people have been trading in a lot, and if you check how their terminology, the trading terminology complicates trading. Moving up, people will talk about bullish momentum just to complicate things. Price is just moving up. It's just moving up. This is how trading has been complicated. So with me, I've designed my mentorship class in a way that even if you don't know anything about trading, if I teach you for those 2 weeks, you'll be in a position to understand this. I'm not against Michael Hudson and ICT concept. What I'm trying to say, that guy, he explained already existing concept in a very complicated way. If you're a beginner trade, if you think what I'm saying, that's why I'm saying this is DC. If you think what I'm saying is wrong, go and try to listen to what he says. You never understand what he's saying. He complicates things too much. It's very complicated. Then people will talk about maybe it's the low level of your IQ. Trading has nothing to do with IQ. Trading has nothing. You might be intelligent, very intelligent. Come to trading, you will fail. I'm telling you, you will fail. Because trading has nothing to do with intelligence. There are principles that you just have to follow. So it's all about discipline and following already existing trading principles. What I'm telling you, go and take a doctor, someone who is try to teach him how to trade. You will never be successful. You will never be successful. So maybe someone will say, when I am not that intelligent, that's why you didn't understand how ICT. With me, you can come, you can, if you want, you can inbox me and ask any questions about ICT. I will answer them and I can use it perfectly. I think I've demonstrated this multiple times. And I told you that when it comes to Deriv Synthetic Indices, it's not effective. Maybe if you're trading Forex, maybe that's where it's more effective. Okay, enough with this. I think today I've talked a lot. I think it's almost an hour. Zim is in the house. Joe Madipaza. Mr. Joe, how are you? Thank you so much for your support. Yeah, guys, next year I'm going back to Zimbabwe to establish a school. But I'm looking at the possibility of maybe first of all going to Botswana. Then from Botswana, we have our first school. Then I'll go to Zimbabwe, then establish a lot of schools. Then I'll come back to South Africa. Then from there, I'll then go global. Maybe the next stop will be to Nigeria. I want to come to Nigeria, open a school where I'll be teaching you guys this simple trading. Because with trading, to me, it was life-changing. Trading to me was life-changing. I used to be a teacher. Yes, I used to be a teacher. I was teaching natural science and technology, although I mastered in economics. I have a BS honors in economics. Yes, it's just that I discovered that, okay, when it comes to money, education is there for what? You are not going to be rich because you are educated. I had a wrong perspective when it comes to education. I thought one day, if I'm going to be very educated, I'm going to have a lot of money. No, it's money and education. These are two unrelated concepts. If you want to have money, you have to learn how money works. So there's no school that teaches people on how you can be rich, how you can make money, how you can establish a business. You see? So that's what I want to solve. That's the area where I want to solve. So many people go to school with the anticipation that when they are done, they're going to get a good job and whatnot. That doesn't exist. Yes, to some it exists, but to the majority, there are so many people in South Africa, so many people in Nigeria, Botswana, Zimbabwe, who are very educated but are in poverty. Why? Education doesn't solve the problem of poverty. So my school is going to address that. I want to teach people how to make money. I will teach them trading. I will teach them how to establish businesses, how to run businesses, something like that. That's what I want to address. After attending such a school, you are equipped with the right knowledge and skill. We are not going to give people skills. We also give you resources. I know there are going to be a lot of people who are going to partner with me and make sure that it becomes a reality. Yes, we'll give you the resources to go and start your business. Unlike school, you're just given a certificate and you have this knowledge where you can apply it. I was asking myself this other day that, when I was in university, by the way, I was at Bindura University. You can do your thorough search there. You see that I went to university in Bindura, in Zimbabwe, Buse. I was there. And I was asking myself, what exactly did I learn at school? Where is it being applied? Some will say, okay, you didn't go to the right field where you can apply your knowledge. There's this Lagrange formula. It's a very complicated economic concept where you're trying to solve two unknowns at the same time, simultaneously. You know those simultaneous equations where you have one unknown? With Lagrange, there will be two unknowns. So I was asking myself, why were we learning these complicated things? One of the most complicated subjects that you will see, it's economics. It's very complicated. So I was asking myself, why did I waste time, 4 years, learning about this? 6 years, including A-level, learning about these things. Yet they're not giving me money in my pocket. So what I've discovered is this: when it comes to education, education will give you a good job. There's no guarantee of you becoming rich, but it toughens. The good part with education, it toughens. I'm different. The decisions that I do, the way I do my trading, the way I do my stuff is totally different for someone who's not educated. That's where education kicks in. But in terms of money, you have to go to a school where you are taught the principles, that the foundation of how money works. So that's what we want to establish. That's what we want to do. Okay, but enough with the talk. I wish Liverpool fans a win over this 2024, 2025. They deserve it. This new coach is doing wonders. I hope they will not be affected with injuries, but they're playing very solid. Then Kylian Mbappe, I hope he doesn't turn out to be Hazard. Hazard or this guy from Colombia, who was it? James. That's my number one worry, because I can see that guy is now confused. And now he must stop taking penalties, because it's going to make him worse off, because his confidence is gone. We thought he was going to step up. Now Vinicius is no longer there, but now look, he's now worse off. But we just wish him. I know he's a quality player. He's totally different from Haaland. I know Kylian Mbappe, it's his first season. We had a lot of expectations. That's why we are now worried. He's not scoring. He's not what because we had high expectations. And now he's trying to adjust to the new environment. Unlike when he was playing for PSG, he was the GOAT in France. Now he's now in Spain. Things are totally different. He's now a servant. He needs to adjust now that, okay, I have to do this. I know that he's working very hard to score and do these things, but it's not going to come easily. But I wish him that he would start scoring. I think next season is gonna be perfect for him. It's like Dembele, when he came to Barcelona, he was also struggling. Okay, thank you guys for your time. I'm now talking too much. I hope you enjoyed this live, and see you guys on Monday for these free mentorship classes where we'll be doing the same thing together. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. Enjoy your day. For those who are interested in our services, we have robots. Some of them are on NQ 5. Some of them you can get in touch with me. Our spike detector is also there. We have VIP signal group where we'll be sharing signals, and we also have our mentorship program, which is kicking start on Monday. It's going to be free for the first 2 lessons, and if you want further details about the mentorship, get in touch with me so that you can get this. But there's a very big discount, which is a 25% discount. Okay, some might be asking, why is it you charge people for your mentorship classes? It's basically, I used to do this for free. Those who have been following me, they know this. I used to teach people for free. I used to give everything for free. My robots, my indicators, I used to do it for free. But these things, guys, they take time. Whenever time is involved, money must be associated. So that's the main reasons. I'll be spending time teaching you guys how to do this, and I also spend time creating robots and indicators. So that's why. But if you check at the amount that we charge, it's very, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked to know how much do we charge for our mentorship class. It's affordable. We've made it affordable. Even if you don't have money, you'll be in a position to afford that mentorship class for those 2 weeks of rigorous training in this particular area. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day. It's bye-bye for now. Enjoy your day.